Say, man, welcome back to the No Sugarcoat Podcast. I am your host, True Royal, and we are back again with another video. First thing we got to do, we got to give all praise and honor to God because He is the reason that we are here today. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Amen, amen, amen. So we got a special topic for y'all today. We are continuing our series of the social contracts. One of the social contracts that we're talking about today, we're going to be talking about schools versus the students. So ladies, I got some questions for you. Are students being taught what they need to be taught to succeed in life nowadays?
I don't think so, no.
No, not even close.
Why do you think so? Where do you think they're lacking?
Well, I mean, if you look at the dropout rates as of now, like compared to years ago, nobody's staying in high school. Everybody wants to scam. Everybody wants to sell drugs. People want fast money.
Why do people want fast money? Why do they feel like they need to go to that route?
School takes too long.
School takes too long?
Yeah.
And we got bills to pay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. School does take a long time. 12 years. And do you think after 12 years, people have learned a lot within that time?
I mean, no.
Because, 12 years is a long time to go to school.
Oh, yeah, and then you got to do that on top of that to get, like, a doctorate or...
Masters,
Mm-hmm.
associates, all that. You know, my boy Sid got a degree himself. It took a long time for him.
Oh, yeah.
But, he wouldn't power that. I wish he was here right now. So I have some more questions, of course. What percentage of what we learn in school do you think is useful in everyday life? What percentage do you think, Morgan?
I would say like 1% maybe.
1%? That's
yeah,
it?
that's it.
Okay.
Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell?
I don't use any math that I learned. We don't be using PEMDAS in everyday life.
PEMDAS?
Yeah, I don't use that.
What about you? What percentage?
I would say like 20. I think 1% is kind of pushing it, but I'd say like 20%. I'd say like 20.
So you think 20?
Yeah.
I would say 50. Honestly, yeah, because you're learning social cues. You're
1-to-1
learning
ratio?
things. Yeah.
But you don't learn that in school.
Yeah,
Yes,
that
you do.
That depends.
By going to school every day and dealing with other human beings, yes, you're learning social cues, how to like talk, things like that.
But they're not teaching you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so
you learn that
you
yourself.
can learn social cues outside of school. Like if you're in church, if you're in any extracurricular activities, if you're in any groups, like if you're in the skating, if you're in the band, those are things you can technically do outside of school. Yeah. If you're in the gaming, you can be social gaming. If you're on the internet, you're online, and you got friend groups, you can learn social cues from there.
Right.
So the thing is, even with that being said, does school exactly teach that?
No,
it's just the atmosphere.
Yeah, the atmosphere. Yeah, absolutely. So you think 1%, you think 20%, and you think 50.
Yeah.
Well, now that we said something about the social cues, do you still think 50?
Well, yes, it's very important from K through 12 to be learning that stuff.
Well,
but do you learn that from the school?
Social cues aside.
I will say, to be fair,
you learn to read.
When it came to COVID, that set a lot of kids back, because when they had to go back to just phones and just being online, and what was it? It wasn't Skype.
It was Zoom.
Zoom. Yeah, when they was on Zoom having to learn, I think that set a lot of kids back socially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think with the results of what that's gonna create over the years, that is yet to be seen. And who knows how these kids are gonna move when they grow up.
Don't you think that has something to do with the parents too, not just like the schools?
You talking about in relation to the COVID, or are we talking about just in
both,
general?
Yeah. Like what you were saying, like them learning things,
Well, yeah. So, of course, I think sometimes parents lean on school too heavily to teach their kids. Would y'all agree?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
So, do you think that parents need to do more, even with kids being in school?
Yeah.
For sure.
So,
not to like parent.
What would you say that parents would be lacking to teach their kids that they think that they're going to get from school?
I just mean like probably like right from wrong in general, like just like normal,
morals?
Yeah, morals. Just simple stuff like that you're not Like, that's not educational. Just who you are as a person. How to, like, control yourself emotionally, all that stuff.
Emotional intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
What you think?
Same thing. She hit it right on. She hit it on the nail.
On the nail. Okay.
On the nail.
Okay, emotional intelligence, social cues, stuff like that.
Yeah, but you could be also teaching your kid math, reading, things like that.
Oh,
when
yeah,
they're at
simple.
home, you know.
Okay, so like homework.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
but just it doesn't have
But
to be coming
beyond
from,
homework.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Okay.
Starting with them young too.
Oh, yeah. My son, he's 4. He does multiplication. He does all that. He can spell.
So he's smart.
Oh, yeah. He picks
You
it up.
started young.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Number blocks.
You have to.
Yeah, blocks could do something, man. All right. Okay, so let me ask you this. Is school designed to make workers or thinkers? What do you think?
What do you think? You haven't answered a single question.
I haven't answered a single question. Which question you want me to ask? Let's
That
start with the
one.
first
Answer that one.
I think, because I was actually talking to your brother about this. I think, and I actually agree with him. I think school is a place where they make workers, not thinkers.
Honestly.
And put you in that box.
I think school is a place where they want you to follow directions. They don't want you to actually think. They say they want you to think, but they want you to think the way that they want you to think.
Yeah.
They want you to do the math problem the way that they want you to do the math problem. When they want you to show your work, they want you to show it the way that your teacher told you how to do it.
I remember, I had a math teacher who was like, that's incorrect, but we had the same answer.
Yeah.
But told me I was
but
incorrect.
You got to it
Because it's
wrong
how- yeah.
from
Because
her
I got it to
perspective.
it a different way than she wanted us to, but I got the same answer.
Got the same answer. But because you were using a different formula, she thought it was wrong.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen how they're making them do like adding and all that right now? It's like they want you to take it, add it to 10, right? So 7 plus 3 equals 10, right?
Okay.
They want you to make that a 10, and then the rest of it add on to it. So like say you're doing 7 plus 3
So
plus
they want you
5.
to like work backwards from?
They just want you to make a 10. They want you to make another 10 and then add it together. So just making it even longer than what it has to be.
Yeah, just
Like
inefficient.
for what? For what?
Inefficient. Just see, that goes back to what I said. It's about making you follow directions, not actually thinking. See, here's what I think is funny. There are people that are called what? Lazy. But what is the difference between being lazy versus being efficient? I bet you never thought about it, have you?
No.
No, some people are lazy, but are they just really efficient? Because they just try to find the quickest way to get something done.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes if you want something done quick, get a lazy person. Why? Because they'll find the quickest way. They'll find a shortcut.
Yeah.
They're going to cut whatever corner. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes there's a reason that we have to go the long way. But at least we know the short way is there.
Right.
So, but what did you think? Do you think that school is for making workers or thinkers?
I would say workers, because they have you there for 8 hours a day, starting at a young age to get you ready for work.
Oh yeah.
They putting you on that 9 to 5 early.
It's actually like 8 to 3, yeah.
8 to 3, 8 to 4, whatever.
That's still
It's
crazy.
still 8 hours.
That's still
That's
crazy.
crazy.
And then you gotta go home, work again.
Literally.
And then they send you homework.
Yeah.
Because what was going on at school just wasn't enough.
It's that
Really
repetition.
isn't enough. That's why everybody's kind of stupid. Let's be honest. You know. I
Is
know
it-
it sucks going to school for 8 hours and everything, but y'all need it. We need it. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this: Do we really need to be at school for 8 hours a day?
Yeah.
For 8 full hours?
Yeah.
For 12 years,
Yes.
and that's still not enough education for us.
Not
Think-
saying that
no,
it's not
think about
enough, but
Think about that. We go to school for 12 years, graduate with a diploma, and for some reason that's still not enough. We got to go to college.
yeah, because they're just teaching you basics. Now, if you choose not to like actually intake that information and use it, then that's like your own stupidity. But that's not because they're not teaching you right or you're not getting enough time in school. You know, you need the 8 hours. Let's be honest here. You know,
I think it's just conditioning.
no.
I think that's what it is.
Conditioning Condition is powerful. All right, so let me ask y'all this. If kids are obligated to be in school, should these schools provide lunches for all the students free of charge?
Yes.
Of course.
You think so?
They
All?
give gel.
All of 'em.
All.
No.
Why
Ooh,
not?
Why not? Why not all?
Because there are plenty of students that their parents can afford to actually help pay for kids like lunches. Does that make sense?
So,
Yeah.
okay.
They make plenty of money.
So let me ask you this: how do you determine which kids get a free lunch versus which kids don't?
The money in their parents' bank account.
They want a screenshot.
So you think it makes sense to take from those who have to give to those who don't?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how society works.
You said is that always how society works?
No, but it's how it should work.
Because do some people get entitlements that other people who really need entitlements really get, but they don't get it?
Kind
Yeah.
of, yeah.
You know, because I mean, we can say that that's how society works, but I mean, we can want it to work that way, but it doesn't always happen.
Right.
You know, my thought of it is, we feed convicts every day.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't we feed our kids?
Mm-hmm.
I understand, yeah.
I mean, it's governmentally funded. I don't
So are
understand.
schools.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
You know,
school is
So
governmentally funded.
Why can't they do the same thing for both of them?
Yeah, it's like what? So my question is, are convicts' lives more valuable than our children?
In the eyes of the government, yeah. They make a lot more money off of people in jail than they do children in school.
Mm.
But see, the people in jail did something to be put there. The kids did nothing but grow up and have to go to school.
Mm-hmm.
All they did was get spawned.
Like,
yeah. The morals just aren't there. They're not.
All that happened was daddy did something, mommy did something. Now they got to go to school.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and ask one last question in pertaining to K through 12 school.
Ooh, you tried.
You funny. So, do we really need school?
That's when it gets hard.
I think it depends on the family, what you got going on, all that. I think children would benefit a lot more from like homeschooling, but having extracurriculars outside of that. Having like a strong support system outside, church, you know, soccer, all this stuff that they've got out there.
So would you say that some parents are more well equipped to teach children on their own rather than relying on the system?
Oh yeah, for sure. But I think that also like is based off of like, you know, there's families out there that they can live off just the dad's income and mom can stay home or vice versa. But there's also families out there that dad's got 2 jobs, mom's got 2 jobs, and they never see him and grandma watches them.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it all depends.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a pen. Do you think the government wants the parents actually teaching the kids and taking on more of that role? Or do you think the government wants us stupid so that they can take advantage of us?
That's the one.
There's a reason why they're banning so much stuff. Like, we can't learn about certain things that we learned when we were in high school, we were in middle school, elementary school. They've taken all that stuff away. Like, they want you to know what they want you to know, and that's it. That's it.
So do you agree or disagree with some of the things that schools are teaching? Anyone?
I don't disagree. I wouldn't say I disagree with what they're teaching, but I think they should teach more for sure.
I think
What do you think
teach
they should teach more of?
Like basic life skills, money management, things like
how
that.
to do your taxes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do our taxes, buy a house,
Yeah,
buy a
yeah.
car without going into
what
debt.
what
But
builds your
that should be
credit.
a
What-
basic class and not like a extra class that you could choose to take. You
Like,
know?
what do they got? Like the parenting class. That's what they need to add into that. For sure.
Yeah, they used to have a lot of different classes with a lot of different practical life skills, but as you can see, they have they've kind of fallen to the wayside. But let's go ahead and shift gears. Let's talk about college a little bit. Let's see. When it comes to college, do colleges provide the value they have advertised over the decades?
No.
Why is that?
No. There's countries out here that will pay you to go to college. Pay you.
Pay you to go to college?
Yes. Just so you have a higher education, just so that you bring them more value as
Where's
a person.
that at?
I don't
I'm
know
like,
exactly
let
where.
me move
but
there.
there's plenty of countries out there, like in the UK, they start college at 16. And that's just basic. I mean, they call it like university or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's just basic. That's just basic. They don't charge you nothing.
Don't charge you nothing. Why aren't we over there?
That's what I'm saying. Let's go. Come on.
I was born here.
Why do you think they're able to afford things like that?
Who? Those countries?
Yeah, people in those countries.
Because they've got the workers. Right. So they're having them go to college, university, whatever. And they're making them like that. So they're furthering themselves as a person. They're getting these degrees for free. So the people that are in America that don't get to do that, they're not making that. We're not building the economy over here. Over there, they're building it by themselves for free, making that for themselves. I mean, I feel like they probably pay a lot more in taxes.
Yeah. There's always a trade-off. All right. Do you think colleges are overpriced?
Duh.
Definitely.
What do you think is contributed to the overpriced nature of college?
I have no idea. I don't know why it's so expensive. It don't make no sense.
So I have a theory.
Okay.
So we all know basic supply and demand, right?
Mm-hmm.
If people are always going to demand, and then they can set the price to whatever they want, and as long as people pay, they're going to keep upping the price until people decide, look, we're not going to pay any more. But the reality is, with people getting these student loans, they're still getting them.
Oh, yeah.
Even with people knowing how predatory a lot of these student loans are, they're still getting them. So with that being said, what incentive do these colleges have to lower their prices if people are going to still keep getting the loans anyway, and the government are going to still keep issuing the loans? They have no incentive to not do it.
Yeah.
So why would the prices go down? They're not
It's
going
all a
to.
game. It's all a game.
So if we want to get the prices down, what do we have to do as a collective? We got to stop going to college.
Oh yeah, got to do what we've been doing for years. Strikes work.
We got to stop going to college. But are people really going to do that though?
Oh no, because if you look at the pros and the cons of that, what is that doing for you? You're hurting yourself a lot more than you're hurting these people that you're trying to hurt.
Because here's the thing. Let's say you're somebody who takes out $30,000 a loan of student loan debt, right? If you're having a hard time getting a job, especially in this economy, did it really benefit you to get that college degree, or was it a waste of time?
Right.
At least for the time being.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at a certain point, we have to ask ourselves the question: does it even make sense to go to college?
Right. No, I mean you're not wrong. I've got a friend. He has a whole business degree, master's in business. He's a bartender. That thing went nowhere.
Bartender, right?
Yeah.
And it's funny because there are people that have no degrees. Like, I don't know if you know this. You ever heard of Dell Computers? The guy who started Dell was in college. And while he started up the company, he actually dropped out building the company. Now, how many of those people that he was classmates with ended up getting a degree to go work for his company?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Imagine going to get a degree to work for the guy who dropped out.
I'd be pissed.
That's how the
I'd be
cookie
straight
crumbles.
pissed.
But people do it every day. There are plenty of companies right now that were started up by somebody. Like, heck, even Jeff Bezos, his company, Amazon, started in a garage. What was he selling? He wasn't selling high-tech gadgets. He wasn't selling TVs or refrigerators or iPhones. He wasn't selling nothing crazy like that. You know what he was selling? Books.
Oh,
Homie was hustling books out of garage
okay.
in Seattle.
Okay.
Hustling books out of garage in Seattle. Now he owns one of the biggest companies in the world.
That's crazy to think about.
Yes. Now, I don't know if he went to college or not. He probably went to college. He might not have. But at the end of the day, it's something that started from within. So there are some things that you have to learn on your own. You have to go through the trial. You have to go through the failure. And And the trial and the failure is something that school, to some degree, just can't teach.
Mm-hmm.
Some things, if you want to be successful in life, you can't just rely on school.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
What's
Because
up?
it goes off of what you're saying. You ain't about to let a heart doctor work on your heart if they didn't graduate college.
Absolutely.
Okay, so they have to go to college to get that degree to possibly get the foot in the door to be a doctor.
And I am so glad you made that distinction. So then my question is college the problem, or is it the degrees that we're getting? Are we getting the wrong degrees?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but even when you get the right degree, you don't get to do what you want with it. What you think you're going in there to get it for, you're not going to get that job for at least 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
So what was the point of even going to college?
Sometimes you get the right degree at the wrong moment. How many people got into coding, got out of college, and then now guess what? AI starting to take over.
Mm-hmm.
Now AI can do coding for you.
Yeah.
So now a lot of these jobs that people went to college for, even jobs like art degrees and stuff like that. I can type in a prompt in ChatGPT right now, and I can generate pictures at the snap of a finger, like it's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, there are things that disrupt the market that, at one point you have a hot degree, next moment it's cold.
Right.
Now it's obsolete. It's out of style. There was, think about it like this. There were people whose job it was to fix on horse carriages.
Right.
And to sell horse carriages, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then boom, somebody invented the car.
Right.
Now what do you think he did? He either adapted or died. You adapt or you die.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in this economy, we have to learn to be adaptable. We have to learn how to learn and relearn. Think about it like this. We're all machines.
Mm-hmm.
After a while, sometimes we need to be updated and we need to be retooled.
Oh, yeah.
And we need to be able to adjust to whatever we're doing. Because if not, we're going to lag behind. Think about life like a treadmill, right? In order for you to stay in place, you walk.
Yeah.
Okay? But if you stop walking, you fall backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we got to run if we want to get forward.
Okay, so how are the coders supposed to get forward in front of AI?
Apparently they get a new degree.
So they have to adapt to something else.
They have to adapt to something else. Or they just have to be so specialized in whatever their field is that they're rendered relatively irreplaceable and extremely valuable.
Okay.
So that's kind of really the only way. You just kind of got to be the best of the best of the best.
It goes the same thing with businesses. You could
Absolutely.
have a good business and it fall off.
Yeah, you can have a good business, but it might not be that you have a bad business. It's just somebody else's business that works in the same field as you was just better. That's
Nothing's
capitalism for you.
guaranteed. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's guaranteed.
Nothing. Amazon could fall in the next 5 years. You
Oh,
never
yeah.
know.
But just
Oh, yeah.
because things aren't guaranteed does not mean that we don't need college and school and you know what I mean? I don't want stupid people everywhere. This just sounds horrible.
Well,
I don't know. I feel like a lot
there's
of people are
difference
still
between
stupid.
There's a difference between being educated versus being stupid. There's a difference between being educated versus being smart. See, some people are educated and some people are smart. Some people, school taught them and they know a lot. But some people are just quick to catch on. And sometimes being quick to catch on makes the difference between the educated.
Mm-hmm.
You may think about, you ever seen the movie Suits? I mean, the show Suits?
Yeah.
Okay? All those smart people in that room waiting in line for an interview. Okay? They all went to college. They all did the right thing.
And the one dude
But
who
the
didn't.
one guy who had the grit, who had the talent, who had the smarts, who had the skill, who had it all that couldn't be taught, something that couldn't be replicated, he got the job, even though he didn't have the credentials. They moved heaven and earth for this man. Why? Because he had something that couldn't be replicated.
Yeah. What is it? Photo memory?
Photogenic.
Yeah, photographic.
Yeah.
That's why.
And see,
Photogenic.
it's
Yeah.
an
I don't think
invaluable
photogenic.
skill like that can make the difference. Sometimes people will move mountains for you. So people will move mountains for them if you can show them that you are something special. Sometimes we just have to find what that is. And you know what's one of the hardest places to find that at? School. Sometimes we have to go elsewhere to find who we are. We have to go elsewhere to find what we excel at. Therefore, we can shine bright. Because you know what they say, a fish that is judged by his ability to walk is going to spend the rest of his life feeling like he's stupid.
Poetic. That's,
Oh, yeah.
That's what I gotta
Something
say.
like that.
That's real. That's real. So, I'm going to end it on this question. What is the best way to obtain life skills? What do y'all think?
Like as an adult or just like in general, like
In
as a
general.
person?
Young, old,
Experiences.
experiences?
Oh, yeah.
How you get some of these experiences?
Well, I mean, you just got to live through it, right? You've got these people that, you know, went to jail, completely turned their lives around because they went through that.
They went through the struggle.
Mm-hmm.
And they came out on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And they say, I'm going to rise today.
No, exactly.
We're going to rise to the occasion. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, that's like part of like learning and stuff is like figuring it out the first time, doing it that way, doing it again. Now you're finding a better way. You're getting a rhythm.
Yeah, sometimes you got to fail to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it takes falling off that bike or falling off of that skateboard to really get your grip, get your balance.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. I like that. I like that. What y'all think?
Period.
She hit it on the nail
Okay.
again.
Period. She got it.
Like it.
All right. Well, first of all and last of all.
Wait, before you close, can she introduce herself?
Oh, yeah.
You
Oh.
totally skipped right over that at the
I
beginning.
did. So, tell the folks your lovely name.
My name is Mercy.
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 Already. And your name?
Chloe.
And yours?
Morgan.
Already. Miggy Mo, Chloe, and Mercy. Yeah. Yeah. Thank y'all for coming. I want y'all to like, comment, share, subscribe because it's educational.